beautiful soul family. It has been too long. I will speak a little bit about why I've been on a break, an unintentional break. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm going to read the energies of the Divine Masculine today, the Divine Feminine. I'm going to read the Union energies. I'm going to talk about what's been going on in the collective. I'm going to bring in some channeled messages, any dream state messages that come up. Again, I'm just excited to be back. And so I have been on a little bit of a break. It really was unintentional. If you've listened to some of my previous videos, I mentioned how there was going to be a need for one of the counterparts to be extremely grounded while the other counterpart rose into their divine feminine and balanced that divine feminine. For a lot of us, it was the divine feminine that was being asked to ground their energy while the divine masculine rose into their feminine and balanced. It could be reversed. When I say divine feminine, divine masculine, please just, those roles can be reversed. Whatever energy it is that you resonate with, go with that. And a lot of it's merging right now anyways, because there's so much balance that's coming in between the two. And a lot of that union energy between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So yes, I mentioned in my video that the divine feminine was going to be asked to be grounded, extremely grounded, while the divine masculine could rise into their divine feminine and balance. And I had no idea just how grounded they were asking me to be. It felt as if I was ripped out of the sky and my guides and my higher self was saying, no, you need to stay here on the ground. Focus on the physical right now. Focus on those that are around you and that are in your surroundings, and be present and be here in the now, because that is what is needed right now. And that's what happened. So I didn't purposely disconnect from doing the readings. It just didn't feel guided, and I didn't want to deliver messages that weren't guided to come out. So now I feel is the time to come forward, as a lot of this energy is balancing, and I can feel the balance happening with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and just this anchoring that's happening. So what I was shown shortly before I stopped posting videos as regularly as I was, is that the divine masculine was balancing out all of the queens in the tarot deck, and the divine feminine was balancing out all of the kings in the tarot deck. So the divine masculine was really balancing and anchoring in and mastering the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the last one was going to be the Queen of Pentacles. Whereas the divine feminine, they were going to be balancing their King of Wands, their King of Swords, their King of Cups, and lastly would be the King of Pentacles, and that was going to be the last energy that was going to be anchored in here. And through balancing and mastering all of the kings and queens in the tarot deck, it would really allow the embodiment of the Empress and the Emperor. And I'm getting that energy is actually, I'm feeling a strong sense from the divine masculine that they are anchoring in the Queen of Pentacles energy, that they've been through the energies of the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. And the same for the divine feminine. So the energy that I've picked up on from the divine masculine is absolutely beautiful. I got so much beautiful, balanced feminine energy that came out over here. They're learning about the goddess energy. It's leading them home. It's bringing them into love. There's vision that's coming through with connecting with their intuition and their meditation. There's, they're really focused on their intuition and allowing for the unfolding that's happening. I'm picking up from the divine masculine that they strongly sense the push and pull towards the divine feminine, and also they know that they're coming into union with the divine feminine, and they're in so much trust of that energy that they're allowing it to unfold the way that it's meant to unfold. I'm also getting a sense from the divine masculine, there's very, very I don't like the word calculated, but that's kind of the way it's coming through, calculated communication with the divine feminine, because they don't feel the need to rush in, because they know that the slow communication is going to lift the burdens that have kind of been on the relationship, the partnership lately. There's messages that are coming through that are just kind of slowly clearing any burden energy that was left between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. They're really comfortable and kind of just standing back and allowing this to come into place because they are in so much trust that the union is coming in, and they feel it and they're so clear about it. It's honestly, it's really beautiful energy for the divine masculine. The way they're viewing the divine feminine right now is this energy of the whale and the dolphin. The whale always reminds me of this like ancient, deep wisdom, and then the dolphin to me is just that wisdom, but in this playful energy. And that's the way that they're viewing the divine feminine, is that they have this really deep wisdom, but they've gotten to the place where they're allowing themselves to just be playful with that energy and not take it so seriously. And the divine masculine wants to show up and is showing up as this wolf and butterfly energy. I mentioned in one of my readings that when this energy had been healed and cleared, there's been a massive karmic clearing. For the divine masculine, what I've been getting is that a lot of the karmic clearing has been in the spiritual. For the feminine, a lot of the karmic clearing has been in the physical in these past couple months. Now, the divine masculine is showing up like from the ashes, but look how powerful this wolf looks, and as the butterfly, as transformed. I would encourage, I'm sure a lot of you can pick up on this, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, pick up on this shift that's happened and that transformation that has happened. And the guidance that I'm getting right now from Spirit is continue to view your divine counterpart in that light, as if they've transformed. I'm not saying to just blindly step into something that is no longer serving you anymore, but to allow yourself to see your divine counterpart as this transformed energy, and to really release a lot of that the past energy. If they're showing up this way, if they're not, that's a different story. But if you're sensing and picking up that there has been a transformation and a change that's been happening, allow yourself to trust that that's the energy they're coming in with, and allow yourself to slowly release these burdens through the communication, and allow this to just anchor in and come in. Because I'm getting a lot of strong union energy, and I've been seeing it unfold in the collective. It's truly beautiful. And I want to move over to the divine feminine to talk about what's been going on with the divine feminine, the karmic clearing that's been happening. I'm going to talk from a personal perspective, because I know that it will resonate with a lot of you that resonate with my messages. Now, for me, there was a lot of past life soulmates, karmic or past life soulmates, a lot of opportunities that arose. I had a lot of doors. I left a lot of doors open. That is something that I used to do previously before my awakening, before I had done my healing. I left a lot of doors open because I was afraid that if I didn't leave them open, that there wouldn't be an opportunity going forward, and that I wouldn't be able to turn around and go back. And the divine feminine is really, from what I've been picking up on, again, speaking personally, but also the divine feminines I've been connecting with, learning to close these doors to what we know does not bring us soul fulfillment and is no longer serving us. A lot of that's happening through, I know a lot of divine feminines have been doing inner child healing, a lot of past life regressions. So where we've been able to see and experience and go back to these moments in time that have created this energy within us that was really blocking us from the ability and the trust and the confidence to close the door to things that are no longer serving us anymore. Now, the divine feminine, because there's this anchoring and mastering of the King of Pentacles energy, there's this, and I'm sure a lot of you can resonate with this, is there's been this push. I know the divine feminine has really taken some baby steps, maybe for some of you it's been bigger steps than that towards the mission work. And there's been this like last step of just really anchoring it in, stepping into it with so much confidence, closing the doors to what is no longer serving us, and just trusting. That's what this journey has all been about, is just trusting what we cannot see on the surface because we feel it. And a lot of us are feeling the push, and like it's like this little whisper that's happening within the divine feminine, and it's this whisper of there's more. You know there's more, and you know that there's, what is it? What is it that you want? What is it that you desire? You can have it. You have to trust that you can have it and that you are worthy of it. And a lot of, again, the clearing of the past life regressions and the inner child healing has been clearing a lot of that energy that has us believing that we can't have it, but we can. And what I'm picking up on the divine feminine is such beautiful Fool energy. I got that multiple times where we're just ready to jump. I feel like a lot of some of the past life soulmates, some of the karmic partners, a lot of that stuff that's been coming back to show us so we can shut the door on it. Some of it has been showing us where we are in our codependency and attachment energy, and and showing us that we're in a place right now where we can easily shut the door on that stuff. I'm sensing and picking up on some of the more difficult energy for the divine feminine to close the door on is the comfortable energy, the stable energy. That's been difficult for the divine feminine to close the door on. Because it's really easy to want to stay in a place that is stable, and there's nothing wrong with stability or comfort. But if it's not, if you still have that whisper in you that is telling you that there's something more, and that's not going to bring you true soul fulfillment. And the divine feminine is really working towards closing the door on that energy because they know that there's something more. There's this fire in them. This card is just like screaming at me. There is fire burning in the divine feminine right now. Just so much fire. And it's been difficult because, especially since we've been in a lot of this grounding energy, this stable energy, and it's kind of like we've been reminded of the comforts that we've used before in the physical plane, but this fire is burning, and we know that it's there. And a lot of the guidance that I've been getting from Spirit is it really is time to jump. It is time to just do it. Trust that you will be supported and you will be guided in that. And to really tap back into, I have been guided. Another reason why I'm back here doing my videos is I've been guided back into tapping into that divine feminine energy. Now that the masculine is starting to come back down to earth, because they're anchoring in their Queen of Pentacles energy, that earthy energy. It's allowing the feminine to release a little bit of their hold on the grounding energy that I mentioned before. So it's almost like we're now reopening the door to the, like, I'm not saying the feminine was closed off, but we're really able to start to tap back into that feminine energy now that we've anchored in the physical, that masculine, and it's this full balance that's coming. And I'm being shown now, or they're showing me and reminding me that I pulled this card of the lizard, which when I pulled it, I heard chameleon. And it's this balance that's happening where we're able to just kind of just go back and forth between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Now that there's been so much healing and karmic clearing of those energies, it's this beautiful dance that's happening. And this beautiful dance is really going to allow us to anchor in this master union. But the master teacher, that's what I'm hearing right now, is this and I wrote this down because it was coming through before too. The mentor, the teacher, the guidance, it's happening. And we're being called to step forward and be that teacher, be that mentor. All that we've been through this journey has not been for nothing. It has taught us a lot. And we have some powerful energy and powerful tools to share as the collective awakens and we rise, and the shift in our planet is happening. And Oh, it's just such, it really is. I'm just getting like a rush of just such peace and this beautiful energy that is really just kind of overcoming me. And I think also I'm just really, really happy to be back and be doing readings. I'm just so happy to be guided to start to connect back with that energy. Because I truly have been just kind of like forced to be very, very grounded, which there's nothing wrong with that energy, but I have missed the connection. And part of this, I'll just speak personally, this energy of trusting and just moving forward is personally what has held me back is I've come out with a lot of my spirituality and my truth to a lot of my friends and family, but not all of my friends and family. Some of them are just, I have been hesitant because of the judgment that I know that's going to come through, and that's okay. Now that I've done a lot of the healing and the clearing, I can anchor in my truth, and I can see that judgment with a different perspective. But I personally have, and some of you, if you're in my Facebook group or if you follow my Instagram, I submitted a chapter for a collective book that is titled Awakening to the Twin Flame Journey. And my family and friends have known that the book was going to be published, but I never told them what the chapter was about. And I've been working through a lot of the fears that have come up around that, understanding where those fears come from, and how far they go back. Again, a lot of that past life clearing and healing, as well as the inner child healing and clearing, that I think is extremely important and a massive part of the ability to anchor in the feminine and masculine energy. And I had to release that fear. It's my truth. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of the chapter I wrote. I'm also excited to share that book with everyone. And the piece is incredibly vulnerable. And so it's taken a little bit, but that is part of really stepping into, I have my channel, I have my site, but I actually haven't really shared it with a lot of my close friends and family here. And I am now, as I'm anchoring in the King of Pentacles energy, it's releasing those fears and trusting in my inner guidance, in my intuition. So again, a lot of the guidance I was getting for the divine feminine is this time. Like, it's time to jump. It's time to go. It's time to close the doors on what is comfortable, what is easy, because that fire is burning and it's not going to quiet down anytime soon. And it's one of the last steps here is anchoring in that earthy energy and coming into full balance, so there can be the embodiment, the true embodiment here in the physical of the Empress and the Emperor, and the divine masculine, divine feminine within, which will then be reflected without. I think that's what I have today, guys. Again, I'm just excited to be back. If you resonate with my messages or my energy, I've listed all of my information below this video. I do have a Facebook group and an Instagram page, and I do offer sessions and readings, as well as my book will be on sale. Well, not my book, but the collaborative book will be on sale on my website up until Tuesday, if you would like to order it for pre-order. I'm sending you all so much love. Thank you for your patience. And I cannot wait to connect with you again. I hope you all have a beautiful and wonderful day. Thank you.